Hi, my name is Kattis and I am the designer and owner of Former.nu. I'd like to give you some advice how to cast in concrete. And I've made a collection of molds that makes it easy for you to get a perfect result every time. And today we're gonna make a tabletop, a pleated pot, some candle holders, and I'm also going to use some silicone leaves and black pigment. With every mold you get a description that makes it very easy to follow. Before I'll mix the concrete, I want to decorate my tabletop with some silicone leaves, and I need to put some double-sided tape on them, so I'll be able to attach them to the mold. You use a very sharp knife and cut close to the outline. And now I'm done with the leaves, and I'll just put them where I want to have them. Take off the back paper and squeeze them onto the mold. Now I need to put some oil on the mold because it makes them easy to get away. And just a thin layer, and always decorate before you use the oil, because oil and double-sided tape, that is a mission impossible. When I make a tabletop, I need a better concrete. I need one with fibers. If you can't find a concrete with fibers, you use ordinary concrete and some reinforcement to make it stronger. I use ordinary fine concrete, stones that are 0 to 4 millimeters. And I use that kind of concrete to every mold except the tabletop. So now I need about 2 kilos for my candle holders and the pleated pot. You don't need to, but if I weigh it, I know I get the right amount. Here I have 2 kilos, and on the back of the sack you can see how much water you need. And I know for 2 kilos this is the right amount. And you can stir it by hand, it's no problem. It's just if you cast a lot, you have like 20 kilos or something like that, it's easier to use a machine. And you're supposed to stir for about at least 5 minutes. And for the tabletop, I need a different kind of concrete with fibers, and I'm gonna mix that with my bigger machine. The concrete needs to probe for 5 minutes, so you just let it be for 5 minutes. The concrete can look very different depending on what brand you use. Some is thick and some is more like a porridge, easy porridge. This is the fiber concrete. And now it's time to fill, and this is my most precious advice. Only take 5 millimeters at the beginning and use your hands to take away all the bubbles. And now it's not that important anymore. I've been very cautious with the first layer, and now it's just to fill it up. And I'll do the same method with the candle holder. Just a thin layer first. Now it's perfect. And now I would like to make a dark pleated pot and a dark candle holder. I need less than 2 kilos, and I figured out that I need 25 grams of pigment. I use a little cup and some water, and now I'm gonna have 25 grams. And I'll just mix it. It becomes like a color. Don't use too much pigment because it destroys the concrete. It can fall apart. When I make a pleated pot, it's good to have a weight. So I've already made a weight in concrete, and this one I can use every time I make a new pot. So I'll put it inside, the little one, and I start to fill the bigger one. You take the smaller one and in the center and push it down. And now I'm done, so it's time to put some plastic over to keep the concrete moist. Now it's done. And it stands alone and dries for 2 days. So I'll be back. And now it's been 2 days, and I wonder how it looks. Just put the molds upside down and carefully squeeze them out. Voila. And you see the plastic is very glossy, and that's why the surface is so glossy immediately. You can take warm water and on the surface, and that will make the mold expand. Now we have the silicone leaves. They're very easy to peel off. If you think the edges are sharp, just use a blunt knife and scrape off. And before you use the mold again, you just need to clean it off with some water. And after a few days, the concrete will get a different shade. See, this is the same concrete, but 5 days later, and the black becomes dark gray. And you can find a lot more on my website, about 25 different molds and a lot of different add-ons. So you're welcome to my web shop, www.Former.nu. See you!